Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to Earl Sports Bets. And today we got another MLB video we're going to be going over. I'm joined here by my brother Tim, and we have, I think, 14, 15, something, that amount of games to go. A bunch of games to go over. So, before we get into the video, before we get into the recap of what happened yesterday, you guys know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel down below if you haven't already. And turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with a video here at Earl Sports Bets. You can also follow us on our social medias at BetsEarl on Twitter, at Earl Sports Bets on Instagram. We also have a Discord link. The link to that will be in the description of the video down below. We also have merch if you guys want to check it out. The link to that will be in the description of the video down below if you guys want to help support the channel that way. And as always, leave your best bet for the MLB in the comment section below. All right, a quick recap of what happened yesterday. I'll go first, starting it off with a nice, good old loss from Minnesota. They lose 4-3 in the 10th inning versus the Detroit Tigers. And then Boston, they got an exciting win over the Tampa Bay Rays at that plus 135 tag in the 12th inning. As I'm trying to remember who hit the ball, or I'm trying to remember who hit it, but it was a 2-run double to end the night as he hit it over the head of Randy Arozarena. Chicago minus 105. They lost 4-0 to the Brewers. JD Martinez, thank you. Seattle Mariners, they fall to the White Sox, as I believe the White Sox are now 16 or 17-0 in their last 16 or 17 games against left-handed pitching. So I kind of should have seen that one coming. Oh well. St. Louis gets the win at plus 115 versus the Miami Marlins. Somehow fading the Marlins, I can get a plus price tag. Love that. And then Texas plus 114 gets the win versus the Toronto Blue Jays. So I went 3-3 yesterday. I'm now 16-14, hitting at 53%, up 4.62 units so far this season. Your turn.
All right. Once again, loss from Minnesota. They definitely had shots in the top of the 9th.
Yep.
And top of the 10th as well to score some runs, and they didn't. Got the loss from Atlanta plus 110 on a walk-off in the 9th inning. Can't hate that. It's whatever. I liked Miami yesterday. I liked the spot for
Cindy Alcantara.
Yeah, sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Mouth doesn't work today. So I like that spot, and it just didn't work out. Got a nice win from the Milwaukee Brewers. And then a little bit of a sweat, even though the score doesn't show it, for that Arizona-Colorado game. That home run by, I don't remember, in the bottom of the 9th helped tie it up at 5 and make it go over. And then I went to 13 innings and easily cashed it. But it was that was definitely a sweat to go 2-3 yesterday and make some of my money back. I'm now 19-15 this year, 55%. Gained about 4.74 units so far this year. Been betting a bunch of dogs, so that really does help it.
All right, let's get into today's video. Let's not waste any more time. We are starting it off with a doubleheader. Game 1 at 12:05. Max Fried and the Atlanta Braves takes on Eric Fetty and the Washington Nationals. These two teams played yesterday. The Nationals are 1-0 after their walk-off win versus Atlanta. And the struggling Braves are 0-4 to start the season. Your thoughts on this one?
This one's just way too wide of a line. I can't really trust the Braves yet. I want them to get a win before I try to back them. Yes, it's going up against the Washington Nationals and Fetty, who is not a crazy good pitcher, but he's somebody you have to respect a little bit. It's just the line's way too long. They're going to be playing a doubleheader today, so we don't know what they're going to be doing with their bullpen. I think for most doubleheaders this year, I'm going to just stay away from them unless there's some crazy-ass value, but I'm not really going after this one today. This one's a pass.
Yeah, I'm on the same page there. This one's going to be a pass for me here. I don't really want to touch these 7 inning games because if you thought a regular baseball game is volatile, 7 inning games are even more volatile. So yeah, this one's going to be a no action for me. Probably lean towards the Nationals, the team that's actually won a game this season at plus 158. But I really like Max Fried, so I'm not going to get any action on this game. We're going to head to our next game here. The Pittsburgh Pirates take on the Cincinnati Reds. We're getting Chad Kuhl taking on Luis Castillo for this game. And looking at this game, I was actually looking at the Pirates last night, but I waited overnight to see will this line move more towards the Reds. It opened up minus 220 plus 200. I liked the Pirates at plus 200. At plus 189, I no longer like them. This is a no value, no play for me. If the Pirates were to get back up to plus 205, plus 210-ish, I will probably bet them, but I don't think that's going to happen. The money has come in on the Pirates overnight, and then that's led me to pass on this game. Lean towards the Pirates on that value, but no play for me here. You?
Yeah, this one's a no play. The Reds, they have proved this year so far through their first 5 games, their offense is at least there. We were highly concerned about it from last year because they were very, very inconsistent. They were consistent at being inconsistent.
Consistent.
But it's not to a point that I want to lay a minus 206 on them or go after the run line at minus 110. If I'm going after run line, I want plus money, and that's just not a spot I want to go after right now. So ultimately, I feel like this one's a pass. I mean, the over 8.5 looks a little bit appealing, but I'm not taking any over unders today. I got 5 plays, and this is not one of them.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's not one of mine either, and I have like 6 or 7 plays today. So our next game here is the Minnesota Twins and the Detroit Tigers. You can get the Twins at minus 168, plus 155 for the Detroit Tigers. We're getting Kenta Maeda taking on Matthew Boyd. Your thoughts on this AL Central matchup?
Matthew Boyd came out his first start and pitched an absolute gem. He is a up-and-comer. He should have a really good year this year. But that being said, I'm not betting. This one's going to be another pass for me. I normally don't like to lay anything that's minus 150 or higher unless there's a very, very good reason for it. Matthew Boyd on the other side, I'm not betting the Twins at minus 168, and the Tigers are just a little bit of a play. I don't know where their offense is going to be today, especially against Kenta Maeda. I feel like this one's a pass, but a lean towards Detroit.
Yeah, I agree here. This is a dog or pass spot for me. I like Kenta Maeda. He looked okay last time. He only went 4 1/3 though in his last start. Matthew Boyd looked really good in his last start versus Cleveland, in his first start. He went 5 2/3. He got the win. He let up no runs on 3 hits. He only struck out 2. So this is definitely a dog or pass spot for me. But right now it's just a pass for me. Don't worry, I'll be done passing with this next coming game here. We have the Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox. Minus 115 for the Red Sox, plus 105 for the Rays. Ryan Yarbrough takes on Nathan Eovaldi for this matchup. And last night I was very happy with the way this Boston team played when they won that game. And they looked okay doing it. But looking at this game, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going for the Tampa Bay Rays, Tampa Bay Rays plus 105 as my first official play of the day. Ryan Yarbrough, he looked really good in his first start, 5 2/3, no runs, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, no walks. That no walks was a huge thing for him there. So I like the Tampa Bay Rays to avoid the sweep today. Take him at the plus 105, and let's make some money on those Tampa Bay Rays. What do you think?
I agree on this one. It's hard for me to see the Boston Red Sox actually sweep the Rays. Yarbrough is a really good pitcher, and the fact that we're going to be able to get the Rays at plus money is quite nice. I would even be interested in looking after the Tampa Bay Rays -1.5. I'm not really sure where that line is at the moment because it's not up yet, but I have a feeling that -1.5 would probably be like a
Plus 160, plus 170.
somewhere in that ballpark. So you can even grab that one at an even better value. But at least Tampa Bay plus 105 will be one of my plays for today. Hard to go against the Rays in a possible get swept situation.
Yep. All right, our next game here, we have the Kansas City Royals taking on the Cleveland Indians. -187 for the Indians, plus 172 for these Kansas City Royals. It's actually going to be Carlos Hernandez as the long relief guy, as Junis will be the opener in this game versus Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber, last game, didn't look great against Detroit. He picked up the loss in that game. Don't really know what happened with him there. It was just a decent fade for him. But this game is going to be another pass for me. Probably leaning towards Kansas City. But I can't really see myself backing the Indians at a -187 price tag. When they just haven't looked good this year. They're 1-3. They're struggling to hit right now. And this Kansas City team's actually not looked half bad. So this is probably a dogger pass spot. And it's a pass for me for right now.
This one for me is a pass. The only thing, I do favor obviously the Cleveland Indians and Shane Bieber in this game. -187 is a little bit too steep for me to pay, but if I was to be interested in parlaying, Cleveland could be a good spot to parlay, and then I'll bring Cincinnati in there as well as a possible parlay piece. But any of these like bigger ones that, hey, I really like that side, but I'm not going to pay that steep price, I don't mind going and parlaying a couple of the bigger price tags to get a nicer price. The only other thing that looks decent in this game is that Cleveland run line at plus 103. I feel like that could possibly be a nice piece, but I'm just going to be avoiding this game besides throwing Cleveland in parlays, so this is a no official bet for this one.
All right. Our next game we have here is the Toronto Blue Jays and the Texas Rangers. -190 for the Blue Jays, plus 175 for the Rangers. For this game, Hyun-Jin Ryu takes on Kyle Gibson in this matchup. Your thoughts on this game?
This is a very, very similar one to the to the Cleveland game. Toronto as a parlay piece. -190 is too steep of a price for me to want to pay for Toronto, which could very well lose this game. So it's not really a piece I would be comfortable in for betting 190, but putting them in parlays would be all right. I'm not interested in the run line either, because if I'm going to bet the run line, I want plus money for it. So it's not really a spot I want to go to. So this one, and then I'm not backing Gibson and the Rangers. It's just not a spot I want to get to. Plus 175 could be a nice price tag, but it's not a spot that I want to get to. I'm trying to make money here, and going after Texas just seems like a donation to me.
Yeah, looking at this game, I wanted to back Texas in this one, but then I just can't do it with Gibson. I have this game lined more at a plus 156, where Texas should be. So there is value on these Rangers if you guys are brave enough to take the plunge with Kyle Gibson on the mound, which I am not. Hyun-Jin Ryu, he looked okay in his first start. He went 5 1/3 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 5 strikeouts. Kyle Gibson was an absolute joke, though. He allowed 5 runs on 4 hits, walked 3 batters, only struck out 1 in a third of an inning. So that's another thing that really kept me off this game. I'm not backing Kyle Gibson until he can show me he can go at least 1 inning. Like, come on, I don't think that's asking too much here. It's a dogger pass spot for me, though. I liked the Rangers at home. Could be interesting. They're the only team with a full sold-out stadium, so that could be an interesting play. But They would need a lot of runs today in order to keep pace with the Blue Jays with Kyle Gibson pitching. So maybe an over could be interesting there. 8.5. I don't hate that. The Toronto bats were really good. Simeon, Bichette, Biggio, Hernandez, Guerrero. And honestly, these Texas Ranger bats haven't looked terrible. Gallo, Nate Lowe, Solak, David Dahl, like they have decent bats on their lineup as well. So I don't hate an over in this matchup if you're looking at the total side for that. All right, our next game here we have the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Chicago Cubs. -117 for the Cubs, +107. For the Brew Crew here, we're going to get Brandon Woodruff versus Kyle Hendricks for this matchup. And this one's going to be a no value, no play for me. Brandon Woodruff, he went 4 innings in his last appearance, gave up 3 earned runs, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, in, I believe, a no decision for him. Kyle Hendricks didn't look great in his first start against Pittsburgh. 3 earned runs, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. So these two pitchers haven't really pitched much this year. So this is going to be a pass for me. I just want to see what happens in this game. And there's plenty of other spots to attack on this slate. So pass for me.
But I'll give you a play on this game. I like the Milwaukee Brewers +107. I actually bet this one already. I unfortunately got them at a -102. The line has gone nicer for the Brewers in terms of betting wise, but I'm really favoring Woodruff in this one against Hendricks. Yes, Woodruff had a rough outing the first one, but you gotta keep in mind that was against the Minnesota Twins, who have a very, very good offense. Going up against Kyle Hendricks, who had a decent game, but it was against the Pittsburgh Pirates, so it really nothing I could really trust. I do like Milwaukee. I do favor Milwaukee in this one. I guess I'm a little bit low on the Cubs, but getting Milwaukee Brewers at plus money is quite nice, and most of the year I'm going to take that.
Awesome. All right, our next game here, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Oakland Athletics. -158 for the Dodgers, +146 for the Athletics. We're going to get Trevor Bauer for these Dodgers and Jesus Luzardo for the Athletics. Your thoughts on this one?
This one's a pass for me. Once again, -150 line is just a little bit too steep. And then the run line, -1.5 runs, is only a -110. So it's just like, no. It's just not a spot that I really want to get to. I feel like the Dodgers could be an interesting parlay piece in this one again. But overall, I'm just not really going after this Dodgers game. It's a little bit too wide, and I have other bets that I like in this one.
Yeah, for me, I actually really like the Dodgers in this matchup. No surprise there. Trevor Bauer looked really good in his opening day start. Granted, it was against Colorado, but he went 6 1/3 innings. Gave up 4 runs on only 3 hits. Struck out 10 batters, only walked 2. Luzardo didn't look bad in his first start either. He did give up 5 runs on 8 hits, though. He struck out 8 batters, only walked 1. So I'm going to actually be going with the Dodgers here, and I'm going to lay the -158. And usually I don't lay more than that unless there's a good reason why. And there's a pretty good reason why for this game. Number one, Trevor Bauer is a beast. The Dodgers are the best team in baseball. That's a good start already. They're going up against an Oakland team that is 0-6 so far this season. I'm totally okay with laying plus or -158 on these LA Dodgers today, and I'm going to be taking them here on the money line, -158 for this game. As we head to our next game here, the New York Mets finishing up their opening series versus the Philadelphia Phillies, -137 for the Phils, +127 for the Mets. We're getting David Peterson taking on Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola, in his last start, let's see if I can find it here. He gave up a couple runs. I'm trying to find his stats. But David Peterson, this is his first start of the year for the Mets. And I actually locked this game in last night and got really good value on it. I took the Mets at +139. They're now at plus 127. I have this lined around a plus 122. So there's still some value on these New York Mets today. I like this team. This Mets team, I showed it last night. They have some power. Alonso hit a couple home run. Don Smith hit a home run. They scored some runs, and I believe it was the 7th inning. They looked really good last night. They got the win. And I really like this. And I think David Peterson's going to be an underrated pitcher this year. He's a nice southpaw in the Mets starting rotation. So we're going to be taking the New York Mets here, plus 127 versus the Philadelphia Phillies today. Your thoughts on this game?
I'm in a similar boat. I got the Mets at a plus 136 this morning. Unfortunately, the price has gone down a little bit, but I still don't mind it. Peterson is a solid pitcher. He's going to be. He had a decent 2020. Really showed us some of his stuff. I think he's only going to be getting better. Going up against Aaron Nola, which is one of the best pitchers in the National League. But I feel like if the Mets can get Nola out of the game within 5-6 innings, I feel like getting to that bullpen, they're going to be able to attack him, and it's just going to be a good spot to go after the Mets and getting plus money for them. I'm taking the Mets plus 127, I guess, but I have them plus 136 on my bet today.
All right. Our next game here we're looking at is the St. Louis Cardinals and the Miami Marlins. Minus 110 for these Cardinals, plus 100 for the Marlins. We're going to get Jack Flaherty versus Pablo Lopez for this matchup. And your initial thoughts on this one?
I really wanted to back the Marlins in this one again. Getting plus money for them would have been a nice spot, but I just couldn't pull the trigger again. I took the Marlins the first 2 games of the series. They didn't pan out, but they could definitely win today. I am taking the St. Louis Cardinals in this one. Flaherty is just too good of a pitcher for me to say no to. Minus 110 for him. Even on the run line, a plus 150 could be interesting, but I'm going after the Cardinals in this one. Marlins are going to get swept, and this is where they start to go downhill. Even though Lopez is a up-and-comer and really good right-hander, I think that the Cardinal bats are just going to be a little bit too much for him.
Yeah, I totally agree on this one. I'm on the Cardinals as well. I bet them at this minus 110 price. And I just like Jack Flaherty in this matchup. I think this is a nice bounce back spot for Flaherty. His last start, he went 4 1/3, allowed 6 runs on 6 hits, struck out 4, walked 2. Going up against Pablo Lopez, which had a really good first start for the Marlins against those Tampa Bay Rays. He went 5 innings, didn't allow a single run on only 2 hits, struck out 4 batters, only walked 2. So this Lopez guy is a really good pitcher to watch for the future. Maybe someone you want to back in the future. But I like this Cardinals lineup. I think it's going to be a little bit too much for him as well. Tommy Edmonds looked good. I like Goldschmidt. I like Arenado. I like DeYoung. I like Molina. O'Neill is not half bad either. So, yeah, give me this Cardinals team minus 110 versus the Miami Marlins in this game. Our next game here is the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres. And this line's actually gone down a little bit. Minus 147 for the Padres, plus 136 for the Giants. Over under 7.5 runs for this game. We're getting Kevin Gausman taking on Blake Snell. And I'm on the Padres here. I'm laying the minus 147. I unfortunately bet this when they were a minus 150, but I have no problem with that. I really like Blake Snell. Wow. I really like Blake Snell in this matchup. He's a very talented pitcher. He went 4 2/3 in his last start, giving up no runs on only 4 hits, struck out 8 batters, only walked 2. And the San Diego Padres team is a team that when I'm getting them below minus 150, I really want to back them because I think they're that good of a team this year. So give me these Padres, minus 147 versus the San Francisco Giants in Gausman. So I'm taking the Padres. Where are you at?
This one's a pass for me. I like the Padres in this one. I'll lean that way. It's just I'm not really too interested in the minus 147. If anything, that run line at plus 140 looks really nice, but it's just a spot that I'm not really too interested in getting to. I have my other plays that I feel like have a little bit more value on This one's just a pass for me. Once what?
Did we just lose a game?
Well, we'll look back and look in a minute. But I'm just gonna pass on this one. This one's just not a spot that I want to get to.
All right.
Actually, scroll up from it. Okay, never mind. I thought they might have taken away.
The Reds game.
Oh wow. Yeah, Reds game's gone.
Interesting. Okay. Then we'll look at our next game here. It doesn't matter. We didn't have a play on the Reds game anyway.
No.
We have the Chicago White Sox and the Seattle Mariners minus 155 on the White Sox, plus 143 on the Mariners, over under of 8.5 for this game. It's going to be Dallas Keuchel and Justin Dunn for this matchup. And luckily for the Mariners, they're putting out a right-handed pitcher against this White Sox team, which always seems to kill left-handed pitching. So I'm actually going right back with the Mariners here. I've backed them, unfortunately, the first two games of this series, and it hasn't panned out. I think that they avoid the sweep today. We take them on the plus 143. I like Justin Dunn. I feel like he's going to be a great young pitcher. They got him in that trade with Edwin Diaz and Robinson Cano, where they got him and Jared Kelenic. So I think Justin Dunn is going to be a very bright star in this league, and I think he's going to be a very talented pitcher. And I really liked him on. I believe this is his debut, at least for the season. Dallas Keuchel, he didn't look too good in his last start. He only went 4 innings, giving up 4 runs on 6 hits. Only struck out 4 batters, walked 2 of them. So I'm not really too high on Dallas Keuchel. I feel like this is a regression year for him. So I'm going to be taking Seattle Mariners plus 143 versus the Chicago White Sox here.
This one's another pass for me. We got a Reds game back. This one's just a pass for me. I'm just not interested in going after it. If anything, this one's a lean towards the White Sox, but I love hunting dogs, and this is just not a spot that I want to go after. If you want to go after the Mariners, that's fine, but I feel like the offense on the Chicago White Sox is too much for the Mariners to handle. But this one's a pass for me with a lean towards the White Sox.
All right. Heading into our last game of the night, we have I'm jumping ahead here. We have the New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. Jameson Taillon takes on John Means, minus 182 for the Yankees, plus 167 for these Orioles. And looking at this matchup, it is there's a slight lean to the New York Yankees for me. I have this lined around a minus 190, so we're getting around 8 cents of value on this one. Obviously, I'm not going to lay all the way that much juice. I think minus 160 is the max I'll go for right now. So, unless there's a damn good reason why. I mean, the way that this Yankees team has dominated the Baltimore Orioles in New York, maybe a decent reason why. But I don't know. I don't want to go against John Means here. So it's going to be a pass. John Means looked really good last start. He went 7 shutout innings versus the Red Sox.
Against the Red Sox.
Well, the Red Sox have a good lineup, so that's actually kind of good. I mean, they have some power bats in that lineup. So John Means looked really good in his opening start for the Orioles, getting that shutout win. So this is going to be a pass, though, for this game. Slight lean towards the Yankees in this matchup. And that's what I got for this one.
Yeah, this one's a pass for me as well. Slight lean towards the Yankees, but this is not a game that I want to go to. The line's way too wide. I'm not going to bet minus 182. It's just not, and then it's not a spot that I want to go after the Baltimore Orioles because I'd rather go and put Yankees and Parleys. It's just, Yankees are going to win. They're going to be a good team this year. And it's just not a spot that I want to go and bet a minus 182 on. I'm going to pass on this game.
All right, now we're heading into our last game of the night. We have the Arizona Diamondbacks at the Colorado Rockies. Antonio Senzatella takes on Madison Bumgarner. Minus 108 for the Rockies, minus 102 for the Diamondbacks. And your thoughts on this last game of the night?
The fact that we get the D-backs at a better price than the Rockies is a nice thing. I am going after the Diamondbacks in this one, minus 102. I think I got them at a plus 100 this morning, or last night. Whenever I bet this, I got them at plus money. and plus money to fade the Colorado Rockies. Beautiful. But yeah, I'm going after the Diamondbacks. Having Madison Bumgarner on the mound should be a really, really good spot for him. And this one should be a little bit more offensive than Bumgarner will probably like, but I still have the Arizona Diamondbacks winning this game.
Yeah, I'm on the D-backs as well for this game. I really like that pick of money against a really bad Colorado Rockies team. I think Madison Bumgarner is a better pitcher than Antonio Senzatella. Both these pitchers did struggle in their first appearance. 4 innings pitched, 6 runs allowed on 7 hits. 6 strikeouts though and 3 walks for Bumgarner versus the Padres. And the Senzatella went 3 1/3 versus the Dodgers in his first start. 7 runs, 9 hits, 2 strikeouts, only 1 walk. But these are 2 pitchers that they're decent pitchers. They just went up against really good teams in their first game. So I like the Diamondbacks minus 102 for this matchup, though, versus the Colorado Rockies. All right, quick recap of what we have going for today. I'm going with the Tampa Bay Rays here at plus 105. I'm taking the Dodgers at minus 158, the Mets at minus 127, the Cardinals at minus 110, the Padres at minus 147, the Mariners at plus 143, and the Diamondbacks at minus 102.
I got the Rays plus 105, Milwaukee Brewers plus 107, Mets plus 127 or 136 as I bet them. Cardinals minus 110, and the D-backs minus 102.
All right. Well, that's going to just about do it for this video. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel below if you haven't already. And turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with a video here at Earl Sports Bets. But that's going to just about do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe as always. And let's make some money. Let's cash some bets in the MLB tonight. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.